Okay, coming at you with some absolute value problems today. So for this video, for these examples, you've got three types of problems: equal to, less than, greater than. Let's start with equal. So the first thing you do when you take on these problems is you look, what's my sign? Is it equal? Is it less than? Is it greater than? If it's equal, run a split. So grab what's inside your absolute value bars and set it equal to a positive 30, and then grab what's inside your absolute value bars and set it equal to a negative 30. So one with positive 30, one with negative 30. That's how you set it up when it's an equal sign. All right, solve them real quick. 3x plus 24, that's 54. And now you're thinking, oh man, 54 divided by 3, that's awfully early for that. I think it's 18. So you get one answer, but we're about to get a second answer over here. So then we got to run 3x, negative 30 plus 24. That one's a little more up our alley. We can deal with negative 6. So x is equal to negative 2. So on these absolute value problems, when it's an equal, you split it, one positive 30, one negative 30, get this answer, the answer, two answers. All right, let's do another equal one. Let's make it a little rougher. So absolute value bars. Let's deal with the fraction. So we got 4/3 x plus 10 equals 50. Okay, so you walk up to this problem, you say, all right, what's my sign? Equal sign. So if it's an equal sign, you run the split. 4/3 x plus 10 equals 50. 4/3 x plus 10 equals negative 50. So we've got it split. One with positive 50, one with negative 50. Let's do a little algebra. Let's get rid of that 10 first. So it was positive 10. We subtract it. 50 minus 10 is 40. Uh-oh, 4/3. Do you remember how to get rid of a 4 over 3? We hit it by the reciprocal, 3 over 4. So we multiply 3 over 4, 3 over 4. And that's going to help us get rid of this fraction. Watch this. Boom, boom, cancel, cancel, boom, boom, cancel, cancel. So x is equal to, what do we got here? 40 over 1 times 3 over 4. So x is equal to, multiply top, multiply the bottom. 120 over 4. I think you can still see that. We better do it this way though. So x equals 30. There's our first answer. Let's run it over there too. Got to subtract the 10 over on the second side. Oh yeah. Now, same situation. You've got 4 over 3. You want to get rid of 4 over 3. So we multiply by the reciprocal, 3 over 4. 3 over 4. I think you can still see that, just barely. But good news, all this cancels. Gone, 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 gone. Just x left over. You've got negative 60 over 1 times 3 over 4. So multiplying across the top, 60 times 3, that's where the 180 comes from. 1 times 4 is 4. What is that going to be, 45? I believe so. So x equals negative 45. Boom, boom. So you got your two answers. So three types of problems today. That's the first type when it's equal. Set it positive, set it negative, set it negative. Do your math over here, two answers. Okay, that's when it's equal. Let's do the bad one, when it's greater than. All right. Let's do an example of greater than, number 3. Whoops, that's the wrong one. Sorry. number 3. Greater than 5x minus 10 greater than 35. Okay, so second type of problem is a greater than problem. When it's greater than, you're still going to run a split. So you set 5x minus 10 greater than 35. Positive 35. Over here, you do the other direction, and you go negative 35. But here's the deal. You just changed that into negative 35. So you know how inequalities work. If you brought in a negative sign, what was greater than now changes to less than. So we brought in the negative, we have to remember to change that sign. And lots of people forget to change the sign. Don't be that guy. Then you just do some algebra. So you got 5x, you got greater than, 35 plus 10, 5x greater than, 45, x greater than 9. So here's your first answer, x greater than 9. Over here you run your second answer. So we add that 10 to both sides. And what do we got here? 5x less than negative 25, x less than negative 5. Now here's the deal on greater than problems. It's a split answer. You have answers that are greater than 9, but you also have answers that are less than a negative 5. So there's not a number that does both those categories. This is officially an or statement. It has to be this or that. So your final answer includes the word or. Don't forget to change that sign. That's the big deal on greater thans. Let's do another one of those. Oh, I know how to make it worse. Let's put a negative in there. Okay. All right, let's make it bad here. 12 minus x. Let's do this. So let's do greater than. Okay, so we know to identify our signs, we walk up to it, is it equal, is it less than, is it greater than, what's my sign? Greater than. So when it's greater than, we're still running a split. 12 minus x greater than positive 16. 12 minus x greater than negative 16. Uh-oh, you just brought in the negative. Remember, you brought in the negative. So you have to remember to change the sign. So, big deal. Most people forget. Not us. We're going to remember. Greater than, greater than. Negative changes it. All right, let's solve this. And I think you see what is about to happen here. You have this negative x. So we can't leave our answer with a negative x. We have to divide out the negative. And in dividing out the negative, you have to change the inequality. So greater than, greater than, greater than. Whoop, divide by negative, less than. Same thing over here. Let's run it. Subtract that negative 12. Let's see here. So now we've got negative x less than negative 28. Cannot leave our answer with a negative. So when we divide it out, we have to change the inequality sign. And remember, numbers that are less than or equal to negative 4, or it's greater than or equal to positive 28. Can't have a number in both categories, a definite or statement. So that's what your final answer looks like. So the greater than problems, they're the hardest ones. You got to remember this switch, you got to remember the word or, you got two possibilities. All right, we've done equal, we've done greater than. Let's do my favorite, less than. Less than is my favorite. Let's do a couple of those. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. 2x plus 9 less than 13. Okay, so you identify the sign. I see the sign is less than. When it's less than, it's not a split. You're going to work two problems at the same time. This is the way it has to set up when it's less than. Take whatever you've got here. We're going to put negative 13 on one side, positive 13 on the other side. We're going to do 2x plus 9 in the middle. So whenever you're doing absolute value bars, boom, and it's less than, this is how you set it up. Take this number, negative on the left, positive on the right. We solve this by subtracting the 9, but you work two problems at one time. Subtract the 9 on both sides. So we like that. Two problems at one time. Subtract the 9 on the left, subtract the 9 on the right. Like, oh, saves a little time here. What is this? Negative 22 less than 2x less than 13 minus 9. What is that? 4. Okay, you're trying to solve for x. It's still multiplied by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Negative 11 less than x less than 2. And we've got ourselves a final answer. So absolute value bars, inequality, less than, this is how it sets up. Feeling pretty good. Let's do one more. Last one on absolute values. Okay, last one. Let's throw a little twist in there. 5 minus x. All right, absolute value bar. 5 minus x. Absolute value bar. Let's go less than, how about 17? Okay, walk up to it. Is it equal? No. Is it greater than? No. Is it less than? Yes, it is. The less than setup, two problems at one time. So we go negative 17, we go positive 17. It's a less than. In this case, less than or equal to 5 minus x, less than or equal to. So whenever you have an absolute value problem with the less than, this is the way you set it up. Get rid of that 5, he's positive, so we got to subtract him. So we subtract the 5 on both sides. Positive in here, subtract over there. Negative 22 less than negative x. 17 minus 5, that is 12. Okay, would be done, but my x has a negative right there. You're like, oh, I can't leave my answer with a negative. So you got to come back and divide out that negative sign. And anytime you divide by a negative, these inequalities immediately change. So divide by negative, divide by negative, divide by negative, change those inequalities. Positive 22, positive x, negative 12. Bing, bang, boom. So working these absolute value problems, there are 3 different kinds: equal to, greater than, less than. There you have it.